And in 2024, Dodge will launch the world's first full battery electric muscle car.
Alright guys, so welcome back. Thank you for hanging out, spending a few moments here with me. Today we're going to go over really what I think would be the worst case scenario and the best case scenario for the Dodge lineup in the future. Now obviously this is a big topic, and that's because Dodge released that they're planning on getting involved in the electrical performance game. We all don't know what degree that's going to be. Is it going to be an all-electrical Charger or Challenger, or is it going to be some kind of a hybrid for the high-performance model? Really, the worst-case scenario is that they release an all-electrical model that would then replace the Hellcat.
I got sick. I got sick.
As the top performer, and essentially we would have the Tesla Plaid in Dodge's version and design. That would be the worst case scenario for that. The 392 and the 5.7 would then get replaced and shoved out in the year of 2025 and replaced by a couple of pretty high horsepower engines, which would be an inline turbo 6. We heard reports back in 2020 or 2019 that they were developing some kind of a performance inline 6 that would be neighboring in the 520 530 horsepower range. We just saw that they started putting an inline 4 turbo in some Jeeps, and the performance is around 270 horsepower and about, I believe it's 300 in torque. So I know with a lot of these stock turbo vehicles, something as simple as like a tune will be able to up the horsepower. So who really knows where the horsepower figures would end up being? But the end lineup would not be too satisfying if you ask me. An all-electrical Hellcat, and then you have an inline 6 and a turbo 4. That to me does not sound like a winning lineup there. It would certainly have quite a bit of horsepower, but again, I think we would not be too happy with the 392, the 5.7 going out the window, and then obviously the 6.2 Hellcat. The best case scenario is something that I'm still holding out hope for, and that is alternate fueling, zero emissions. It seems like quite a few of these car companies are investing into this type of alternate fueling. Either way, there's a lot of companies that are now investing into basically saving combustion engines, because there's a lot of money in this kind of stuff, and to go all electric, I don't know if we're all ready for that yet. Now, the best case scenario would be that they release some kind of all-electrical Charger or Challenger alongside the Hellcat, the 392, the 5.7, and the V6. And, if you want to get that high-performance all-electric car, more power to you. But alongside that, we would be able to continue purchasing what we currently have out there. Now, in the future, I can see the Hellcat just being the 797, red eye. So that would be essentially the regular Hellcat at that point. And then we would see some kind of a horsepower bump for the 392, whether that's, a different tune or some way to squeeze out an additional, 50, 60 horsepower out of it. To get it to about 550 horsepower, because the 392 is due for a little bit of a bump in power. It would be even more amazing if they took the 392 and bumped up the cubic inch to a 426, but that's us dreaming. A nice 426 NA I think would be a fan favorite. And then we would see the 5.7 get a little bit of some love, maybe some SRT exhaust manifold along with maybe some other performance upgrades to get it to about 420 horsepower. I would imagine, you know, each of the trim levels getting a little bit of a bump. We can improve the MPG by doing, you know, a little bit of, you know, the e-torque system that they have in the Ram, and, you know, some of the other more subtle things to help improve MPG out of factory. And then obviously all of us can shut that crap off when we start tuning and, you know, get our MPG back to 8 miles a gallon and maximize the performance. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm not really sure what to believe. I know that the reports for the turbo inline 6 happened about a year or two ago. Really nothing has come out confirming that they're still working on anything like that. But, you know, to see a lineup like the worst case scenario would absolutely destroy Dodge. I wouldn't want to see it, but you know, you never know what the future holds, and hopefully, you know, we see some advancements in you know, fueling, where, you know, we can enjoy these combustion engines and keep pumping them out, you know. So all right guys, let me know again what you think, and I will check you on the next upload.
And that's why Dodge will not sell electric cars. Dodge will sell American muscle.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So if a Charger can make a Charger quicker, we're in. And while that may sound like a nuance, it's not to our customers anyways, because our customers purchase an experience, not a technology. With every gain in horsepower, we delivered a gain in market share. But even for a brand that's known for pushing it a bit too far, we've pushed this pedal to the floor. Our engineers are reaching a practical limit of what we can squeeze from internal combustion innovation. They know, we know that electric motors can give us more. And if we know of a technology that can give our customers an advantage, we have an obligation to embrace it, whatever it takes to keep them in the lead. Again, we won't sell electric vehicles. We will sell more motors. Better, faster Dodges. Because Dodge doesn't view EV technology as a revolution, but instead as a natural evolution of the modern muscle car. Let's face it, car and muscle aren't changing, and modern has an obligation to. Dodge has made it this far by embracing evolution. So just as we did a half century ago, Dodge will embrace the sea of change in the marketplace to stand out by embracing electrification. Every ounce of technology we integrate will be done to amplify the elements that define not just Dodge, but the muscle car itself. And in 2024, Dodge will launch the world's first full battery electric muscle car.